Good evening, everybody, and welcome to today's session. Rajesh, Lokhande, Sushmita, and many more who are all online. Today, we are having a class a little early. Traditionally, we have it 6 to 8 p.m., but today evening I need to attend a small function. So I thought, let me spend time. Good to see Dr. Atul, Sushmita, Rajesh, and many more who are all online. Please drop a line in the WhatsApp study group that the live class has started. So, Doctor, continuing our journey in anatomy. So, what is our plan? You are all very clear with our plan. We started on January 6th. As you all know, that we started with FMGE question bank, Foreign Medical Graduate Exam question bank. There are 10,000 MCQs in the past 15 years of the Foreign Medical Graduate Exam. A subject like anatomy, there are about 800 MCQs in the past 15 years. When you classify them and then arrange them in the descending order of the priority of the examiner, typically there are about 26 major topics and around 30 minor topics into which these 800 MCQs fall into. So now we are discussing that. So our grand plan is, by the time it is June 30, we finish this 10,000 MCQs topic wise in all 19 subjects. And then we will say ta-ta, goodbye to our FMGE friends for their exam. And from the July 1st to November 30th, we will be doing a revision of PGI, past 15 years question papers. Once more, topic-wise organized, around 6,000 MCQs are there. And starting from December 1st to January 4th, 2021, every day we will have a grand test and have a discussion. So this is our big time plan. Neha, Narang, Banerjee, Atul, and many more who are all online. Thanks for joining the session. So continuing our topic number 3 in priority in NEET in FMGE question bank is epithelium types. Now doctor, which type of epithelium is present in anal canal? Typically it is both squamous and also columnar. Very important point to remember. So typically anal canal has columnar and stratified squamous epithelium, and this is the puborectalis, the anorectal junction, and the hindgut is endoderm, and the proctorium is ectoderm. That's what you are able to see. The transition at the level of the pectinate line is what you have to remember. Keep punching the answers, doctor. Rajesh, Neha, Banerjee, Atul, Sushmita. I'm very glad you all, just with a small whiff of notice, one whistle, you will be joining there. And please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, YouTube channel, and press on the bell sign. So if you do that, every time we start, for example, if my evening party is quickly over, I'll be back at, if I'm back at 11 p.m. in the night, I love to spend a couple of hours before I go to sleep. Why not? We will have a discussion. So, how I can be able to inform you that the class is getting started? That is the reason you need to please kindly click on the bell button. Also, the WhatsApp study group. We have around 20,000 classmates in WhatsApp study group, please call our helpline 9000-868-356 in order to become part of our WhatsApp study group. Okay, doc. Now, simple cuboidal epithelium. Where do we see the where do you see the simple cuboidal epithelium? We see in case of thyroid. Thyroid. Neha, you got clean bowl. It is not trachea. Thyroid. Atul is asking, sir, questions are very, very lengthy in the NEET. Was it a reflection of next exam? Not really. There is no big deal. Actually, I reviewed all the 300 questions. What I found is what all that we discussed in our grand tests, in our daily discussions, the same things from a very standard topic list I gave you, Doctor, 953 topic list. And the top 300 topics only, examiner perfectly reflected. So, the longer the question, the easier the question, always remember. The lengthier the question, easier it is. That's what you need to, you should remember. Okay? So, Neha is saying, एग्जाम के बाद सब कुछ भूल गया सर. हाँ, डेफिनेटली रिजल्ट के बाद तो जरूर भूल जाना चाहिए. We should give our brain for electroconvulsive therapy, get rid of all that. Once you join the residency, doctor, 1 month you are running from ward to ward, writing discharge summaries, getting from the blood bank, managing the ego of your HOD and professor. You will forget all this gyan now you are learning. So that is the reason. Never regret about what was yesterday. Never regret that I wasted a lot of time. I'm not very confident in preparation. वो सब छोड़ देना. अभी शुरू करो. 4 महीने मुरली भारद्वाज के साथ रोज पढ़ाई करो और onlinembbs.com वीडियो लाइब्रेरी पर रिविजन करो. बस. That is the only formula that makes you to get successful, doctor. So how do we classify epithelium? Simple, pseudo-stratified, stratified. What is meant by stratification? Typically multiple layers are called stratification. Simple may we have simple squamous, simple cuboidal, simple columnar. In the stratified we have squamous, non-keratinized, squamous, keratinized, cuboidal, columnar and transitional. Now, in which location each of this epithelium is present? What is the main function of this each of the type of the epithelium? Definitely, without that there is no question paper. Be very sure about it. Simple, 1 cell layer thick. Stratified, 2 or more cell layers. Squamous, width of the cell is greater than the height. Height is lesser. Cuboidal. Cuboidal is when width, depth, height, all the 3 are equal. Columnar, when the height is more compared to width, is called columnar. Now, fatafat bolo, doctor. Simple squamous epithelium. Good to see 30 online. Please inform all your classmates that the live class has started today a little early, right? Simple squamous is also called pavemented epithelium, like a pavement. And wherever passive transport of the fluids and gases occur, there you find the simple squamous epithelium. That is what you should remember. So where does gaseous exchange occur? Pulmonary alveoli, loop of Henle, where ions are exchanged. Parietal layer of the Bowman's capsule, inner and middle layer, blood and lymphatic vessels, pleural cavity, peritoneal cavity. We have the simple squamous epithelium is what you need to remember. So what is the main function of this? It is a limiting membrane. Wherever there is a fluid transport, lubrication, reducing friction, lining membrane, they are all typically simple squamous epithelium is what you have to ultimately remember. So this is how the simple squamous, like a pavement. In Mumbai, you have that pavement, no, like that. Simple cuboidal epithelium. Wherever there are exocrine glands, their ducts, surface of the ovary, renal tubules, thyroid follicles, simple cuboidal epithelium is what you need to remember. Secretion, absorption, surface barrier. They are the main functions. So this is how simple cuboidal epithelium looks like, which you should not forget. Then simple columnar epithelium. The cells are taller and typically they show polarity. The small intestine and colon, stomach lining, gastric glands, gallbladder, simple columnar epithelium. So absorption, secretion, protection, etc. Simple columnar is typically involved. Right, doctor? So simple columnar epithelium, don't forget ducts of many glands and the lining of the GIT, the simple columnar is typically associated. Simple columnar ciliated epithelium. ये सब चीजें पढ़ने में बहुत बोर लगता है, याद रखने में बोर लगता है, but still we have to read, we have to remember, we have to reproduce in the tomorrow's exam. Why? Because if you take the past 15 years of foreign medical graduate exam or NEET PG, almost 28 times this question on epithelium has come. That means it is a seat guarantee MCQ. Without that, there will be no question paper. That's what you should remember. So this is a simple columnar ciliated epithelium, how it looks like. Now, doctor, goblet cells. They are the modified columnar epithelial cells. They are present in respiratory and GIT, and they have a mucus content which will be staining with PAS stain. Typically it will be positive. So this is how the goblet cells typically look like. Then pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium. Where do we find? Typically this is called pseudo-stratified. That means it is not actually multi-layered. It looks like multi-layered whenever the organ is contracting. Whenever the organ is distending, it will be like a flat surface. That is the reason called pseudo-stratified. Where do you have it, doctor? Trachea, bronchial tree, ductus deferens, auditory tube, tympanic cavity, nasal cavity, lacrimal sac, male urethra, large excretory ducts. You need to basically remember. Right? Then, what is the main function of pseudo-stratified? Secretion, absorption, lubrication, protection, blah blah blah. So this is how the pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium in the trachea. Now Neha should remember trachea, and this is the goblet cell. Okay. Now doctor, stratified squamous epithelium. Where do we get stratified squamous? Typically multiple layers are there. Very good. Coffee aa gaya. Thank you for a nice coffee. So that is the beauty part, doctor. You can sit in a garden and can be able to attend this session. Teacher can have evening filter coffee from South India, and we all can enjoy the preparation together. So that is the reason East or West, who is the best? Dr. Murli Bharadwaj is your companion. Until you get the seat, we will be with you. That is our promise to all of you. Good to see Roshan Yadav. So doctor, this is stratified squamous epithelium. Now where do you have stratified squamous non-keratinized? Where do you have stratified squamous keratinized? Obviously, that is the favorite question of the examiner. So you should remember mouth, epiglottis, esophagus, vocal folds, vagina, mouth, vagina, reserved for stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium, right? So this is how typically a squamous non-keratinized stratified epithelium typically looks like. Tomorrow's examiner will also give you image-based MCQ based on this. So you have to be very sure. Then, where do you get stratified squamous keratinized epithelium? Skin, all your skin, right? Epidermis of the skin is what? Stratified squamous keratinized epithelium is what you need to remember. So this is how all this keratin. It is stratified squamous keratinized epithelium. क्या होता है? Epidermis. Epidermis is what you should remember. Stratified cuboidal epithelium, where do you find? Typically in the sweat glands, the ducts of the sweat glands, the large ducts of the exocrine glands, anorectal junction, stratified cuboidal epithelium. So this is how stratified cuboidal epithelium. Somehow you have to mug it, master it, and reproduce in tomorrow's exam, right? So this is the stratified cuboidal cells look like, doctor. Get yourself sure about. So where do you find them? The duct of the sweat gland. You know, this is the sweat gland. You are able to see the sweat gland. In the duct of the sweat gland is what you should remember. Atul is saying, sir, I can surely say that with our lectures, students will definitely cross 1000 marks. Definitely, doctor. Anybody can cross if you know what to read, what examiner want. That is all. That is the secret of any exam. No, read less, score high. Read less, score high. Kam padho aur अच्छा रंग पाओ. So that is our slogan. There are definitely, inevitably, certain points which you have to mark, you have to remember, you have to reproduce. The only way you can do that is, if you read too much, it is difficult to revise, easy to forget, and lot of panic. If you very focused, end in mind, and every topic 20 points yaad rakho. Pura 953 topics in 19 subjects. I want you to just remember 20,000 points. You don't need to run here and there, that face-to-face classes, this Delhi wala classes, this is Bangalore wala class, here and there in a crowded place, passively watching somebody coming on a big stage and teaching. Jarurat kuch bhi nahi hai. You can coolly, calmly sit, contemplate with a 200 pages notebook. What you are forgetting, make a note. What you are forgetting, explain to your reading roommates, batchmates. So that is the best way to remember the subject. So you should be part of a good group, doctor. That's very important, right? So stratified columnar epithelium, where do you find? Conjunctiva of the eye. Large excretory glands, male urethra, that is stratified columnar. So this is how the stratified columnar, एक layer के ऊपर एक मगर एक कैसा cells है columnar. So where do you find large excretory glands? Typically stratified columnar epithelium. Now, doctor, transitional epithelium. Relaxed state it becomes flat, contracted state it is typically stratified. That's the reason it is a kind of a transitional epithelium. In the stretched state, it appears 2 to 3 cells thick. Urethra, they are all stretchable organs. Ureter, bladder, renal calyces. They all typically have transitional epithelium. This is how the transitional epithelium typically looks like, is what you need to remember. Now, doctor, the next question. From here, all other questions are just a cakewalk. Which group has a similar kind of epithelium? Come on, punch your answer, doctor. 108. This was the FMGE 2015 का question है, गर्भाधारम question. Which group has similar kind of epithelium? Please punch your answer, doctor. Yes. Similar kind of epithelium. Who is going to answer this? Neha, Roshan, super. Excellent. I'm proud of you. So, the simple squamous epithelium, where there is a one layer of cells, where do you find? Lung alveoli, Bowman's capsule, endothelium. In all these places, you have simple squamous. Excellent. How about the other options which are being given? Upper 1/3 of esophagus. Esophagus का क्या epithelium होता है? Upper 1/3 of esophagus, you have stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium is what you have to basically remember. Then, where do you get transitional epithelium, doctor? The lining of the ureter, the bladder, and a part of urethra. Typically, you have a transitional epithelium is what you should remember. Then one of the options given was olfactory epithelium. So you all know very well, olfactory epithelium is a specialized epithelium which is having cilia on the epithelial surface is what you should remember. Now, the next question. Come on, punch your answer, doctor. Epithelial lining of vagina. क्या होता है? Can you give me sure shot 100% answer? अभी conquer कर दिया ना? पूरा कौन सा epithelium कहाँ रहता है? अभी पूरा concept conquer हो गया. वैसे every topic का 20 points आपके मुट्ठी में रहना. Then you are the students of Dr. Murali Bharadwaj. Sushmita Green is proposing C. Very good. Most of you, absolutely. Simple squamous once more. The lining of the lungs, blood vessels, urinary. Stratified squamous, lining of the esophagus, vagina, mouth and skin. Cuboidal, kidney tubules, duct of small glands and surface of ovary. Columnar epithelium, typically you have simple columnar and pseudo stratified ciliated columnar, which is seen in the case of trachea. That's what you need to remember. Von Brunn nest. Von Brunn nest. Abba. What is this? Honestly, today only I came to know what is this. Just while preparing for the class value. A Von Brunn test kya hai? I'm MD in general medicine, internal medicine, not MS in anatomy. But in order to teach you, I become all subjects ka MS and MD every day while preparing to teach you. Right, doctor? Now, Von Brunn nest, where do we find? In a normal urothelium, there is a Von Brunn nest is what you should remember. So, doctor, these are the solid nest of benign urothelium in the lamina propria. ये है lamina propria, right? इसके अंदर you have these benign epithelium solid nests which are called Von Brunn nests is what you should remember. So these are the Von Brunn nests which are found in the urothelium is what you have to basically remember. So doctor, once more, this is the Von Brunn nest of the epithelium. They don't have any atypia. Atypia is a feature of malignancy. So they don't have any atypia. So this is how you recognize Von Brunn nest. अच्छा, इसके बारे में 2-3 पॉइंट्स समझने की कोशिश करेंगे. They are the islands of benign appearing urothelium in the lamina propria. There are two conditions: cystitis cystica, cystitis glandularis. Typically, when von Brunn nests are found in the urothelium and they have undergone a eosinophilic liquefaction, then that is called cystitis cystica. If they have undergone glandular metaplasia, they can give rise to adenocarcinoma, that is called cystitis glandularis. That is what you have to emphatically remember, doctor. Now, thyroid follicle, what is it lined with? Cuboidal epithelium. So this is a simple cuboidal epithelium. Simple cuboidal epithelium in the case of the thyroid gland. कल के एग्जामिनर डायरेक्टली ये स्लाइड आपको दे देगा और पूछेगा what type of epithelium it is. You should be very sure and identify it. Trachea is lined by pseudo-stratified ciliated columnar epithelium is what you should remember. This was a 2011 FMGE question. So what you can see is every time foreign medical graduate exam is there, right? Foreign medical graduate exam, MCA screening test is there. Definitely there is one question on the epithelium type is what you have to basically remember. Transitional epithelium, where do we see? We see it in case of urinary bladder, right? So once more, transitional epithelium, ureter. Stratified squamous epithelium, we see it in skin, vagina and esophagus. We don't see it in gallbladder. अच्छा भैया, gallbladder का epithelium क्या है? फटाफट बोलो, वो भी बोलो. Typically, if you look at the gallbladder, doctor, it has a simple columnar epithelium. Simple columnar epithelium is what you need to remember. And there are a lot of microvilli giving the brush border appearance to the epithelium under light microscopy. That is what you need to basically remember. Now, doctor, non-keratinized stratified squamous epithelium कहाँ रहता है? Cornea में, vagina में, esophagus में, not in uterus. Epithelial lining of esophagus. What is the epithelial lining of esophagus? Now you're all experts in the subject. Stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium is what you have to remember. Ectocervix is lined by what? It is lined by stratified squamous epithelium. This is what you need to basically remember. Okay, doc? Ectocervix is lined by stratified squamous epithelium. So typically in the ectocervix, this is the classical appearance. You have basal cells, parabasal cells, intermediate cells, superficial cells, whatever. So it is stratified squamous epithelium. Squamous epithelium. That is the ectocervix. Is what you need to remember. Very good to see. Lakh said, बहुत अच्छा गया. NEET PG, your prediction was very much right, sir. Right? Whatever. Thank you, Lakh. Lakh always appreciates not only the lecture, also he will say, sir, your shirt is good. Today your eyes are looking dull. Right? Are you running common cold? So, thank you very much, Lakh. And Atul, I can never forget in my lifetime. After the class is over, Atul will say, take care of your health, sir. So, very good, very good. So, doctor, after the results come, many of you become postgraduates and I will be definitely missing. But no worries. Once more, there will be another group of new junior residents will be joining me. New medical students will be accompanying me for the journey across the year. So that is the reason what I want to tell you, doctor, is learning is a journey, lifelong journey, right? So today morning only I have seen a case of Parkinson plus with frontotemporal dementia. One of my patients for the past 9 years, so he was having history of falls. So when reviewed, there are also dementing changes which were there in the patient. So the patient was holding my hand and he has shown me all 9 years every time he was coming to my OPD, the prescriptions that I have written. I have seen myself how my handwriting changed in the last 9 years. So his name is Sushant Saxena. So I told him, I mean, I can only give him some kind of a comfort. We can't, dementia is one very challenging part. To live with dementia is the most challenging part. A lot of family support is required to survive, right? So lifelong, it is a learning process, doctor, let me tell you. So that is the reason, no regrets. When you have done the exam, good, great, you are moving into the next cohort of life. If you have not done the exam, great also, there is nothing that we should feel sad that, oh, I'm so depressed, I want to, some students said, I want to feel like dying and suiciding. Arey, suiciding, iske liye, come on, this is too much, right? So, kisi ke liye bhi nahi karna hai suicide. But this is a very small thing. To achieve top rank in entrance exam, everybody can achieve provided they know what is the correct way. That's the only thing, right, doctor? So let us all study together across the year and conquer the subject, conquer the concepts. The moment you conquer the conceptual knowledge, 20,000 points रहता पूरा 953 topics में, उससे ज़्यादा कुछ भी नहीं है. इसमें there is no rocket science at all, right? So pneumocytes are cells in the epithelial lining of alveoli, as all of you know very well. Pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium. Where is it located, doctor? It is in the vas deferens. So this is the typical appearance of pseudo-stratified columnar epithelium in the vas deferens is what you need to basically remember. Mucous membrane of vagina. What is it lined with? So doctor, 2 minutes I will stop this broadcast, because this broadcast we will not delete from the YouTube. The remaining part of the lecture we will delete and upload into the onlinembbs.com video library. Even this video also we get uploaded. So, but this part of the video will remain in the YouTube. So that's how we break it into 2 parts. So the first part is more or less like a branding and advertisement for us, for many students to know, right? The remaining part, so we want the students to subscribe to the onlinembbs.com video library in order to get the full access of 3,000 video lectures. So please be online. 2 minutes may I will restart the session, right, doctor? Please stay online and just go back to our home page in the YouTube, and there once more the live button will come, and then just join the session back. Just 2 minutes, I'll stop this and restart. Okay.